Today's Sunshine Note is titled, Rockets plus Gunpowder plus Guys equals Bad Combo. It is I who says of Cyrus, He is my shepherd, and I will accomplish all that I please. He will say of Jerusalem, Let it be rebuilt, and of the temple, let its foundations be laid. Isaiah 44:28. I'm pretty sure this is a bad idea, my friend said with a worried look. Most of the time, my buddy Steve was right. He just had a knack of knowing things. So while we stuffed a model rocket with firecrackers, gunpowder, and 3 additional model rocket engines, he stood off to the side, shaking his head. As we all stood a respectful distance from the launch pad in a field behind the school and watched the cardboard tube shoot off like a missile, Steve looked downright scared. For good reason, it turned out. The flaming debris of the rocket finally landed in a dry field of grass near an expensive housing development and caught half of the field on fire. As we grew older, Steve's uncanny ability shifted and he started predicting when some guy and his girlfriend would break up. They're not gonna make it past the week, he'd predict with solemn tones during lunch. And sure enough, in a couple of days, the couple had called things off, citing irreconcilable differences or the like. So why didn't Steve become a modern-day prophet with TV ads, books, and celebrities knocking at his door? Because probably Steve was simply observant, and plans involving fireworks and guys never equal a good thing. But the fact is that when your predictions come true, people start to listen. In the prophecies of Isaiah, we see a prediction that is pretty rare, even in terms of biblical prophecy. A name. In the middle of the book of Isaiah, God gives the name of a future king that he will direct to rebuild Jerusalem after its destruction by Babylon. God is almost laughing at his people who chop down trees, take the wood for cooking their food, and then use the leftover pieces to fashion wooden images that they pray to for safety. Then he says, I am the Lord, who has made all things and fulfills all of the predictions of his messages. And he goes on to prove it by setting out a prophecy with the name of a king who wouldn't show up in the world history for another 150 years. God knew that when you set out a prediction and it comes true, people will listen, the way my friends and I started listening to Steve. Since God has been willing to prove himself like this, we should listen closely to the rest of what he has to say. May God bless you today.